because you have the right to have great service. Insurance terms starting. Glossary of insurance terms. Cancellation, catastrophe, civil liability claim.
Clause coinsurance, collision coverage, comprehensive insurance. The definitions appearing in this glossary are provided solely for general informational purposes. They are not intended to be complete descriptions of all terms, conditions and exclusions applicable to the products and services defined. As well, in the case of any inconsistency between the definitions in this glossary and the definitions appearing in the actual policy, the definitions contained in the actual policy shall govern. Cancellation, termination of an insurance coverage during the policy period by the voluntary act of the insurance company or insured, effected in accordance with provisions in the contract or by mutual agreement. Catastrophe, a sudden, great disaster. Civil liability, liability to other motorists, pedestrians and property owners that you assume when operating your automobile on a public roadway. Claim, notice to an insurer that under the terms of a policy, a loss may be covered. Claim, notice to an insurer that under the terms of a policy, a loss may be covered. Clause, a term used to identify a particular part of a policy or endorsement. Claim, notice to an insurer that under the terms of a policy, a loss may be covered. Clause, a term used to identify a particular part of a policy or endorsement. Coinsurance. Coinsurance, in property insurance, a clause under which the insured shares in losses to the extent that he is underinsured at the time of loss.
Collision coverage, an optional coverage designed to provide protection for your vehicle when damage occurs as a result of a collision with another object. This coverage is optional and may be purchased in addition to the mandatory coverages required by law, and it is subject to a deductible. Comprehensive insurance. Comprehensive insurance reimburses you for damage to your own car from causes other than collision or overturning. The comprehensive portion of your policy pays for loss due to perils like hail, flood, theft, fire, glass breakage, falling objects, missiles, explosions, earthquakes, windstorms, vandalism or malicious mischief, riot or civil commotion, and collision with a bird or an animal. When you look at a policy's comprehensive coverage, check for exclusions or limitations. If you have a special audio system installed in your car, for example, you should make sure your policy would cover the cost of the equipment if it were damaged or stolen. Look at a policy's comprehensive coverage, check for exclusions or limitations. If you have a special audio system installed in your car, for example, you should make sure your policy would cover the cost of the equipment if it were damaged or stolen. Because you have the right to have great service.